Hi guys, Arwen McLaughlin here, wealth and success coach for women online business owners who are ready to do things the easy way. And today I wanted to talk to you all about self-care. And I know that this is a topic online, I read about it all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, self-care, like it's so important. So what I wanted to share with you guys today was a short story about how I ended up incorporating self-care into my life. So several years ago, I had massive back problems, right? And I was having trouble picking things up. I was having trouble taking my groceries in the house and things like that. And I just, quite frankly, just stopped picking things up in general. Like I was really in a bad state, and my whole body hurt all the time. And I was just like, I had all my nose out of joint about all this because I didn't want to be, like I was 80 when I was like in my late 20s. So my intuition kept telling me that I needed to go and get massages. I needed to go and get massages, right? I had a very physical job at the time. And I kept not listening, and things kept getting worse and worse and worse, which, that was my fault. I wasn't really like listening to my intuition, go get a massage, right? And then I finally made the decision, okay, like I have to, like I was getting so bad, like I had to sit down on the ground in order to get dressed, right? Because I couldn't stand up and put my pants on. I had to sit down to do it. And I was like, okay, right? Like this is now a crisis. Like now I'm going to do something about it. And aren't things usually like that when we're human, right? Well, I ended up going and getting a massage here and a massage there, and every time I did, I felt so much better. I mean, like my whole energy field, like I felt so much better. And part of the reason I even got in that state physically was that I wasn't taking care of myself, and I wasn't nourishing myself, and I wasn't giving myself what I needed. And particularly, I, for whatever reason, need body work. I needed lots of massages. And then finally, I made a decision and I made a commitment that I was going to give myself what I needed. And I went and I got a massage twice a week for 3 months, and it was as if magic happened. Like all of the pain in my muscles went away, my back went back to normal, I was easily able to pick things up, like I was fine, right? It was total transformation in just a few months. And I realized after having that experience happen to me how incredibly important self-care is. I mean, it's so important, it's so important. So, what is that thing that you keep thinking that you need to do and getting the intuitive nudge to do that you're not doing? Because it's actually going to make your life so much better. So what I realized when I gave myself what I needed and I nourished myself, right, and I gave myself what I needed at that time, which was massages, I realized that that is the frequency of abundance, okay? And that is the frequency of I have enough. And that is the frequency of I am full, okay? If you are struggling, you probably are not taking care of yourself, right? You are not listening to your intuition as to what you need to do. You are not taking downtime. You are not relaxing, and you are not listening to your body's inner guidance, nudging. You're not listening to your energy, right? So you can tell someone who is going to be successful versus someone who is not going to be successful. And I mean really, truly successful. I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about like successful meaning they really love their life. They're really happy. They have an abundance of everything that they want, right? And they're radiating out joy and happiness. That's what I mean by successful. You can tell someone who's on their way to being successful versus someone who's going to continue to struggle based on whether or not they take care of themselves, okay? And the reason that I can tell you that is taking care of yourself broadcasts out to the universe that you love yourself, that you deserve love and nourishment. And that is the same frequency as I deserve wealth. I deserve a wonderful, loving, romantic partner. I deserve an epic business that I love and supports me in all of my desires, and it allows me to channel my gifts out in just the perfect way that makes this huge change and impact in other people's lives. Okay? Self-care is on that frequency because it is on the frequency of love. So if you are struggling and you keep telling yourself, I don't have the money for it, I'll do it later, I don't have enough time, you're going to continue to struggle because you're in the vibration of not enough, not enough. I don't have enough of anything. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough resources to take care of myself. I don't have enough resources to nourish myself, and on and on and on. It is the same frequency pattern, if that makes sense. And so, whatever you are emanating out is what the universe is going to bring back to you. Okay? This is why a lot of times people make more money when they work a whole lot less than when they are constantly pushing and trying and striving and working constantly, and they're here. And then they learn to allow in more abundance, right? And then suddenly they work less, everything's easier, they have more money, they have more resources, they have more time, they move up here. And that is because they've changed their frequency. Okay? They've changed their frequency. And self-care is part of that I have enough vibration. Okay? It's the same thing. Alright? Self-care is a mindset. Self-care is a decision. And self-care is also an energy. Okay? So when you take care of yourself, you're broadcasting out. When you take care of yourself, you are drawing more ease and grace and wealth and success to you because you are radiating out, I am nourished. If you radiate out, I am nourished, then you attract more nourishment to you. If you radiate out, I am successful, you attract more success to you. Right? And I wish it hadn't taken me so long to figure this out. Because when you figure it out, you're like, I could have solved my problems years ago. And really, I see now, I could have solved my problems really fast that I had years ago. I mean, like, wicked fast, right? Which is why I do what I do now, because I can see where somebody is, and I can help them get there in a few months instead of like the 5-6 years that it took me to figure it out and change my vibration, and for me to even figure out that I needed to change my vibration. And in fact, back then I even knew that I needed to change my vibration. I wasn't doing it in a way that allowed me to actually shift and change, right? Like I didn't have like a process, I didn't have a way to make sure I had gone through all my belief structure, like I didn't have, oh, for Pete's sake, there's so many things I could have told my previous self, right? But that is what it is. But it's fine, I got the lesson, I can make a really cool video and tell you guys, so it's okay. It's okay, and it is the foundation of what I do now, and I probably wouldn't be doing what I do now had I not had all those experiences, messed up, realized, oh wait, let me try that again, and then finally figured it out, right? So there's one last thing that I want to bring up. After I had gotten better with my back problem and everything, I ended up going to a job. I knew the job wasn't going to be enough money, but I knew it was temporary until I switched to another job. Well, at this job, I made about $350 a week-ish. It was so bad. Like, I mean, you can't live on that. In America, you cannot live on $350 a week. And so I stayed with one of my friends, temporarily for that time, and he was fine with it. He was like, hey, no problem, whatever. I was like, great, perfect. And we were on opposite schedules, so that helped things a lot. So for the few months that I was there, it was 3, making $350, I stopped getting my massages briefly for the first, I'd say, month, because I was like counting pennies at the grocery store. Like, it was bad, right? I mean, this is before I had changed my whole frequency around wealth and money and all that. And I see now, I never needed to do that, but whatever. I guess I needed to have the experience to be able to be the totally opposite now and feel that money is unlimited and abundant and everywhere, right? So anyway, back to my story. I realized that even though funds were so tight, I still needed to go have a massage. Like, I needed to do that. And then I kept thinking, how am I gonna, $60 for a single session is a lot if you're making $350 a week. And I thought, all right, well, how am I gonna do this anyway? And then I remembered something I had totally forgot. There are Chinese people in town that do acupressure massage, and they offer 30 minutes, and it's, I think, $32 for 30 minutes, and then I always tip them a few dollars on top of that, right? And so I would go, and I would get my massage for $35, and it was half an hour, and I was like, how could I have forgotten about them, right? Like it was like out of sight, out of mind, and I can't remember what happened that made me remember that I can go get 30 minutes, you know, with the Chinese people, and I had gone years ago, and I loved it. And now there's one lady that I always go to. It's the best massage I've ever had, and I go every week for half an hour. It's $35. I am like beyond happy. And the point that I'm trying to make with this is that even when I only made $350 a week, I still went and got my $35 massage almost every week. A couple weeks out of there, I didn't do it. But I really prioritized my money in order to do that and focus, because I realized it was so critical that I do that. So I don't know how much money you're making or what kind of, you know, wealth you're dealing with at the moment, but there is no such thing as I can't afford it, okay? If you really want it, you can magnetize it to you. And that may look like trade. You know, it may not look like $35 massages, but what I'm trying to say is that if you really want something, the universe will find a way to bring it to you, okay? So the I can't afford it is really just an excuse, right? Because that just tells me you just haven't made the decision. And really what it comes down to is making the decision that you deserve to be nourished, you deserve to be loved, and you deserve to receive what you need and what you want. And that is critical. If you are going to build an amazing business that you love, whether it is online or offline, right? And whether it's coaching or not coaching, if you want to build an amazing, beautiful business for yourself that you adore and you can do through the internet and you can have all of your needs met, you have to be sending out the frequency of I deserve love, I deserve nourishment, I am worthy, okay? Or you're not going to manifest that business. Or if you do start to manifest it, it's going to be really hard, okay? And on the same note, the frequency of I am worthy, I am love, is the same frequency as my gifts are important, my gifts are powerful, my gifts help other people. Profoundly. Same frequency set, okay? This is why self-care is so critical, okay? Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to tell you guys was that to this day, I still go get my $35 massages every week. In fact, I went earlier today. I decided that Friday is self-care day. So Fridays, I don't work. I do YouTube videos if I feel inspired and I want to. But Friday is self-care day. So I get up and I go to Starbucks and I enjoy myself. I usually chit-chat with my friends in the morning. And then I go get my massage. I usually go get sushi on the way back and sometimes on the way there, depending. And then after that I went shopping and I just relaxed and I bought a couple of nice things. And so I really relax on Fridays. And shortly I'm going to add Reiki into it. I keep intuitively feeling like I need to do that. So then I can go have my massage and have Reiki and just have like a wonderful, amazing day. And then I usually go out for beer with my friends later in the afternoon, which I'm going to go do shortly. And so yeah, you guys, if you aren't able to organize your life in a way where you can have self-care day, you at least need to have self-care half an hour, okay? Like you need to do something that nourishes you every day and makes you feel good every single day, even if it's just your time in the shower, okay? Because I know if you have kids, that's probably pretty much all the self-care time you get is your shower time. But even if you don't have kids, you know, really, it's self-care is a decision, and self-care is an energy. Self-care is an energy. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so much. I hope that this video helped you. If so, please comment below. I love reading your comments, and I will see you guys later. And all my social media stuff is, you know, below the video. Okay. Bye. See you guys later.